What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Huge stuff going on here tonight. Miguel Morales in his very first attempt to break the TCW Special Series Survival Championship title reign. Going for the longest title reign here tonight. But remember, in these Special Series events,
the following is an elimination chamber match. The rules of this match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. The only way to be eliminated is by pinfall or submission. The last superstar remaining following the eliminations will be declared the winner and is for the Pro Wrestling Non-Stop Championship.
but remember, in Special Series title events, it does not show the champion any quarter.
The challenger, representing the Bar from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 227 pounds, Kid Ray!
So what I mean by that is it is absolutely random. No idea who is coming down, and that is what makes this so incredibly difficult, not just to win, much less defend the title. It has never been defended twice like this. It has only ever been defended once. Miguel has done it once. Can he break the record, though, here in this match tonight? Matter of fact, only one other guy has ever done it, so absolutely crazy.
Representing the Misfits from Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 263 pounds, the Violator RTK!
What's going on, Raymond Jones? Welcome to the show. Man, when 2K26 comes out, there's a couple people's characters now that body morphing is involved, and Raymond Jones's character is one of those characters I'm very excited about. We're not going to get into some crazy things where, you know, you got huge legs and a small top or a large top and chicken legs. Like, not really, but being able now to really change the body sizes and types of all the wrestlers is really going to make them, it's even like that next step to make them even more distinguishable. But Raymond is one of those characters I'm really excited about.
Introducing the challenger, representing the Maniacs from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 273 pounds, SC Junkyard.
SC Jumpman making his way down too. Now, if Miguel isn't the next one to come out, that means he will be starting the match. So you want to talk about even harder to defend? That would mean Miguel would have to go through the entire match. It has been done 2 other times, one by McWayne and once by Cecil Davis. So, will he be able to do it? We're about to find out. Possibly. Like I say, it's completely random, so no way for us to know what is going on. El Toro, welcome to the show. Oh, and it looked like Miguel dodges a bullet here.
introducing the champion, representing the Infiltrators. From Houston, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Pro Wrestling Non-Stop Champion, Mighty Michael Morales.
So that's the other funny thing. You look at it, Michael Morales, the only one to ever hold the newly designed TCW World Championship. Or TCW Survival title, the newly designed version of it. So, knowing how to make an entrance, comes out the very last contestant that will go in to an elimination chamber. So we don't know when these four guys are going to come out, but what we do know is Dragunov and Logan Windsor are going to start this match.
And introducing the challenger from Asgard, weighing in at 198 pounds, the Universal Cruiserweight Champion, the Superstar.
So what's even crazier about this, even the idea of this, we have only seen it when you look back over all 7 seasons, when you look back over all 246 episodes of the TCW. Only 3 other times has this ever happened. The first time was with Jane. Did not work out well for her, where she had 2 matches in one night. The next time, at the start of season 5, was with Heather, who ended up winning both women's title matches she is in. And now, tonight, Dragunov will not only defend the Cruiserweight title coming up, but he is going in this match for the TCW Special Series title belt. So when you look later on tonight, when Chilliwack will challenge Dragunov for that Cruiserweight Championship, will what happens in this match affect that match? Definitely something to keep an eye on.
And introducing the challenger from Newport, Wales, weighing in at 275 pounds, Logan!
What's funny is you can see by the way Logan is coming out, not the normal way he came out. Remember, he used to have on the mask, used to have on the whatever. But looking at this, we do know that him and JW Caliber were fixing to team up, were fixing to form a tag team. But now, with JW Caliber signing with the SSU, what does that mean for Logan Windsor? Does Logan Windsor maybe follow JW Caliber to the SSU and keep that tag team formed? Does he stay here and not do that? Another guy in this match, yeah, he's wearing the SSU badging, and that's rated R2K, but still, he hasn't committed one way or the other. We don't know what his status is. We know on, and we talked about it on the Outbreak program, we don't know which way Primetime Sean Sanders is going to go. So still some questions out there to be answered, but look at this. Yeah, Dragunov better use that speed and stay out of the clutches of Logan Windsor, and he is doing a pretty good job of it right now, but caught that right. And that could end your night right there. Dragunov knowing that, he's like, man, he's got to get back to his feet. Dragunov's got to start using this ring against Logan Windsor. So, and we've seen Logan Windsor challenge for the Junior World Championship when we had that belt. Then challenged Drew Hawthorne again. Had beat Drew Hawthorne with the title not on the line, then ended up losing that match later on against Drew Hawthorne. What is going on? Eagle, welcome to the show. And there we go, Rated R2K making his way out. Remember, this could be an historic match. Oh, and Dragunov doing some of the things, but you look at Dragunov's size trying to drive Logan Windsor. Yeah, he could use his height against him, don't get me wrong, but Logan's showing you right here how he can use his height as leverage in a pinning situation. But Dragunov grabs him, gives him a DDT, not quite as far down to the mat as, let's say, a Digital Dogs was to grab onto you and do some stuff. SC Jumpman, that's my guess. No, the champion coming in at number 4, so nobody has been eliminated as of yet. Miguel Morales will have a long road to hoe if he is going to defend this. But this is what happened in every of the last times as well. He came in one time at 3 to win it, I believe. Then one time came in at 5 to defend it. Now coming in at position number 4. And you still have Logan Windsor. He's a big guy, one of the larger heavyweights. You have SC Jumpman, kind of a heavyweight that's in the middle, on the bigger side, but also has a lot of stamina, has a lot of agility in the ring, more so than most heavyweights. Hooks the leg. I'm going to guess Kedry. No, nailed it. Nailed it. So 100% wrong again here tonight. Because my first guess was actually Kedry. I didn't say it. But that would have been my first guess, and I was wrong. So 5-way match going on right now. You can tell Kedry sitting in that elimination chamber, ready to get things going. We haven't seen people flying off the cage yet, flying off the elimination chambers, flying into the elimination chambers for that matter. Dragunov applying the Dragon Sleeper to Rated R2K, but R2K fighting through it. Logan Windsor now going for a pin on the champion. What?
Has been eliminated.
Logan Windsor pinning the champion out of nowhere, and that should show you exactly how powerful Logan Windsor is. You know, that makes me think of another thing coming up here. Oh, look, I said nobody has done it. Now Kedry flying up to the top. I know 1,000 would get me into the All-Star game. You know what I mean? For those of you following along on the baseball series, 300 get me in the All-Star game. We're betting 1,000. That's on the next level. That would get me on the next level. So Logan Windsor taking the champion out. And again, that's what I mean by it depends on how you land in this ring, where you land in this ring, how you do it in the ring. But we still have another guy. We know Miguel signed with the SSU. We still don't know where Rated R2K is signed. And is he going to take Dragunov out right here? Referee 2. And Dragunov able to kick out in like 2 3/4. Look at Kedry. Kedry's like right at home in a bar fight, you know what I mean? What is R2K doing? Up top, down low. And I'm shocked he didn't go for the pin right there. Like, that would have, yeah, this is awesome. That would have taken me right out of the match. Frankie Two Fingers would have been done dealing right there. Kedry picks up Dragunov, then saw R2K coming in, took his eye off the ball. Dragunov trying to get back in control of what's going on there. And now finally the two big guys going after it. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about with SC Jumpman. Very agile heavyweight. Dragunov hooking the leg. What's going on, Blaze? Welcome to the show. If you guys haven't checked out Blaze's channel, go check that out. Lots of stuff going on over there. Especially, you guys think you guys can cut promos. He's got events that go on over there, tournaments called the Gift of Gab. Go check that out. And then pretty soon, he will be starting up where he brings a lot of creators together. Not just creators, a lot of the wrestling talent that you see on the show, even if they don't produce their own shows. That is getting ready. What is Logan doing? No way. That game over. That is going to be his link in the comment section. This is awesome. No, it is not. That is not awesome. We're talking about a dude that's 274 pounds climbing up the thing, and I don't even know how R2K is walking still. Like, I'd be out. It'd be all over but the crying. And only a 2 count. Some other interesting news, we talked about it earlier. The owner of the SSU and the owner of the TCW will be facing off in a 2 out of 3 false count match. No titles on the line, just some bragging rights. But before the show started, we have found out that Totes McGoat suffered an injury from his last match versus Lord Arthur Stevenson. It is an abdominal injury. Oh!
A competitor has been eliminated.
Kedry hitting him with the old Irish car bomb. Taking the big man out, Logan. Takes out the champion. Kedry takes out Logan. So, what makes this match really interesting, however, is not just the fact that Totes is hurt, but if you guys followed,
A competitor has been eliminated.
if you guys followed some storylines going over in the SSU, one of the reasons why Jay Savage hung up the boots in the SSU is he ended up hurting one of his talents, Miguel Morales. Tonight, what if he can put Totes on the shelf for a while? What if he can seriously injure the abdominal? Medical staff says Totes can wrestle if he wants. So Totes not going to back down from a challenge. We know that. But at the same time, could be suffering, especially in like a 2 out of 3 false count match. We've seen how brutal those can get. So really, we could be seeing a serious injury happening here tonight. 1, 2. Man, I don't know. If I was a bet man, you look at how tough all 3 of these guys are. Oh! Oh! Oh, little white powder in the face. You can see Kedry looks like he saw a ghost. SC Jumpman hiding around the corner, trying to be the one who's more ghost-like, and trying to knock the evidence right off of Kedry's scunion. Dragunov trying to get back, and Dragunov was setting up for it, instead gets hit with the Irish car bomb. 2, 3.
Has been eliminated.
And you want to talk about somebody absolutely taking advantage of the situation, understanding where he's at in the ring presence of it on another level. Dragunov setting up for it, thinking he's going to put SC Jumpman out of this match. Kedry sneaks in the back door like a milkman and puts the Irish car bomb on him, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And I thought we were about to see, but look, SC Jumpman, like, he kicks out, but I don't know that he even realizes he kicked out. Now SC Jumpman starting to get things back together. Oh, look at, I was like, is he gonna hit him with the Irish car bomb? Instead, hits him with the career ender. 1, 2. And SC Jumpman still kicking out. I told you, like, these three guys, very, very tough. And Irish car bomb for you. Irish car bomb for you. And one more Irish car bomb for you. Brand new TCW Special Series Survival Champion.
Here is your winner, and new Pro Wrestling Non-Stop Champion, Kid Ray.
What a crazy match that is right there. Kedry coming out on top. Very surprised with how Miguel left the match, but end of the day, we start looking back. This is actually the second time Kedry has won this match and this belt. So maybe this will be something for Kedry moving forward. Who knows what's going to happen, but I do know that next up, the women's tag team division kind of getting lit up. Savannah and Kylie challenging different people. And again, we've got two pretty new tag teams with Awesome Christina and Elecron and Savannah and Kylie. Yeah, they tagged back in the day, got it. But it's been quite a few years since they've tagged together. So getting another shot here tonight to do that. One of these teams could start their path towards some title shots. Which one is it going to be, though?
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, Santana and the Crusher, Kyle E. Watson. Evolution.
So had a really good showing last time, and again could start parlaying some of this stuff into some title shots. But you're going to come in, and it's not that they're not established wrestlers. You've got one who hasn't been in a whole lot. You've got another. It's the same way. Olicron, kind of newer. Probably has a little more experience than Savannah, but you look at Savannah, she has won a world title. You look at Kylie, she has won a world title. Awesome Christina, been around since season 1, just never really getting going.
The Scorpion and Awesome Christina, the Toxic Table.
So then it starts to kind of make you wonder a little bit. Could Holocron maybe be the catalyst for Awesome Christina to get her kind of rolling, get her going and doing stuff here in her career? Now, too, you start looking at some other things, like you've got the SSU now. Maybe because she can't get traction in the TCW, maybe she goes and she tries her luck in the SSU. Right now, yeah, maybe the war started out with Witcher's contract. It started out with the women's division. But we kind of quickly shifted off of that into the men's division. Will the battle between the SSU and the TCW, once that kind of sells itself out over there, will it then turn towards the women's division? We know right now the SSU really building up their women's division. But once you start looking, and Melinda's no longer wrestling there, Witcher's no longer wrestling there. Now they've got a stable of women that are starting to step up, starting to develop, and starting to make names for themselves. So I don't think they're in bad hands by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just one of those things. Would adding somebody like an Awesome Christina or adding one of the women off of the women's division in TCW, like obviously that's going to bolster that women's division over there, even legitimize it a little bit more. So going to be very interesting to see how it is moving forward. And we can already see this is the second time Awesome Christina and Holocron have wrestled. And you can already tell they are starting to work much better together. And one count, did you see that? Hammer locks Holocron flying off that top rope. And again, quick tags in and out. Maybe they're starting to figure out what their style is. Oh, this is like owie sauce if I've ever seen it. Oh. Take 2 feet to the chest, call me in the morning. Savannah, though, starting to fight back. Doesn't look like she appreciated that doctor's visit from AC, so she's starting to fight through, and that's what you had to believe that really. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she's not done. I figured, like, you got Awesome Christina in the ring. Probably the smarter matchups would be to get Kylie and Awesome Christina about the same size. Let them two go at it. Let Savannah and Holocron go at it about the same size, even though they've got different technique, but still about the same size. And right now, maybe the TWO is testing out another way to go about it. We saw him do it last time with Kylie, where she stayed in the ring more. Maybe they're trying it this time with Savannah to see what formula works best for them. And that's what it's all about once you start looking like, hey, we want to be tag team partners. Really developing, trying to develop what works best for your particular tag team. We've seen all the techniques work for different tag teams, but what's going to work best for yours? That is what all these teams have to find out. And again, it looks like this is what they're going to. Get Kylie in briefly, give Savannah just a quick breather. Let Kylie, as long as she can stay in control, and then bam, quick double team and right back out. Oh, look at the state of this. Using her own body leg weight against her, hooking that in. Now hooks the leg. 1, 2. And I'm not sure if she kicked out, like it looked like she was trying. I don't know that she would have been able to. But Alacron got in there to break it up, and now it looks like AC going after the legs of Savannah. Kind of one of those what goes around comes around type of deals. And look, thought that AC was going to get the quick double team in. Instead, throwing her right into the corner. Savannah fighting back. Still, though, holding that shoulder. And is that going to play into the outcome of this match as we start to move on a little farther? Man, I am so excited for that for you, Eagle. I'm so glad that that's going on. So, very awesome. Can't wait to find out how that all turns out. Oh, and look at this. AC fights through it, but look at how much slower AC is moving now than she was at the beginning of this match. Oh, another double axe handle right to the face of Savannah. Like, you think that would probably hit the chest of Kylie, but that is hitting Savannah square plumb in the face. You know, when we start looking too at sequence wrestling coming up in the new 2K26, when that happens, looking at wrestlers like Alacron and some others, I believe if it is what they say it is, it will really, really benefit them. It'll really kind of make those lucha-style wrestlers feel lucha-style. It'll make American-style wrestlers feel American, cruiserweights, heavyweights, like in all the different divisions. It'll start making those matches feel that way. The Giants, it'll make them feel a certain kind of way, so, which is good. Oh, Kylie going for the big boot. Alacron able to get up and over that big boot and taking 2 feet right to the face. Yeah, my son, too. There's another guy. I'm glad you brought that up. There's another guy I'll be calling today to make sure he's doing the things. But yeah, it's crazy. We've got, so far, 11 people have gone through. All 11 finally receiving their 100% disability. We've got 3 or 4 going through right now. And I'm excited to see what happens with them as well. So, very cool. Very cool deal. Very, and that goes for any of you out there. If you guys know any veterans and you got me on Discord, message me on Discord if they have not got a disability rating or it is not 100%. I've got some information for them that could help them out. I get nothing for it. They pay me $0. You don't even have to tell them I sent you. I just want you to get what you've earned and what you deserve. Less than 2% of this nation serve their country. So, anyway. And look at that. It's like the two bigger wrestlers on both teams are like, hey, we're going to throw these littler wrestlers into that steel post, right into the corner, and try to prevent them from doing high-flying maneuvers. Kylie looking like she was trying to get up maybe to the top rope even. And that's one of those things that will come with a little more. Like, you don't see typically those mistakes being made from a tag team like Mimi and Phoenix. You know what I mean? Oh! I didn't even think she knew Savannah was in it. And look at this. Kylie is down. Little sneaky pin. Savannah kicking out in one. Getting back to her feet. Alacron back up first, however. And these are the two that I really kind of thought would be fighting most of the match, but look, Holocron looks like she's trying to get AC tagged in. Didn't get it done, but yeah, that's exactly right. And every veteran, and this is the coolest thing about it, a veteran sent me through these guys as well. And every veteran I know, they start sending people through. So it's really on us to get the word out, help our brothers and sisters out there that have been fighting the VA for a long, long time with no direction. But at the end of the day, it's still up to the individual to do it, you know. So, oh, here we go. And Rock Rose SpaghettiOs, is this going to be it? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Holocron gets the pin on Savannah.
Here are your winners. Awesome Christina and the Scorpion, the Toxic Table.
So this is what I mean. Is Holocron going to be that catalyst? Even though she's a newer wrestler, maybe getting that injection of youth a little bit. Is that going to be what takes AC maybe to the next level? Whether it's singles wrestling, whether it is tag team wrestling, we don't know. Now, all Dragunov had was one match to catch his breath, because now Chilivok will be challenging Dragunov for the Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, never mind, I wrote that down wrong. That'll be the next match. This match, and very, very interesting when we talk about the SSU and TCW. There's something, has nothing to do with Rapincha, has nothing to do with Witcher, but it does have to do with Sarah. Sarah getting injured on the last episode of the SSU, and you're about to see that here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal World Television Championship.
So, right now, because Sarah is injured and unable to wrestle, and you'll see underneath that title belt, her ribs are taped. So, a new look for Sarah, yes. But this is her kind of in her street clothes out here supporting her tag team partner and fellow gatecrasher, Rapincha, who, because of the injury, getting a shot here tonight at the Universal Television Championship with Witcher. But when the Wednesday Night Wars come, if Sarah is not recovered from her injury, Rapincha will be defending these two title belts by herself. So, going for a television title here tonight. This will be two Universal title belts, and this will also set something up. If Rapincha gets the win here tonight, she will also have to defend. If she still holds both belts by the time the Wednesday Night Wars roll around, she will have to defend both belts for the Meltdown brand. But first, let's not get ahead of ourselves. She does have to beat a 10-time world champion in Witcher, who is the current TCW Universal Television Champion. That's another thing on, I say this every game, but one of my biggest hopes every time is they give us more words that the announcer can use to describe title belts, and they never do. I believe if you can speak the words in the game, you should be able to try to use those words for the titles or for the wrestlers or for whatever. It should be cross-promotional.
From Russia, one half of the Universal And her opponent, from the Queen City, the Universal World Television Champion, the Witch, Tony Cox.
So Witcher kind of going back to her original look where, yeah, you see the Witcher in her and you see the biker in her. Rapincia, you got the Russian gladiator in her and you got the bloody gumdrop in her too. So, going for the leg, Witcher able, whether that was some magic or not, but able to withstand that. And it seemed pretty supernatural, to be fair. It almost seemed like maybe we were a little bit in the Matrix. But able to kind of block that leg tackle from Rapincia. And now both ladies tied up in the center of the ring, trying to exert their dominance on the other one. Both missing. Oh! Strike one, strike two, but not strike three. Clothesline right to the back of the head. What is going on, Matt Storm? Glad you are here because you are in the main event tonight. I want to ruin it, you know what I mean? But you are in the main event here tonight. Look, you can see Sarah on the outside. You can see now that belt is off from around her waist, you can see where her ribs have been taped up. And again, that was an injury sustained in the SSU. So still unable to wrestle. And really, it was questionable to see if Totes would be able to even wrestle. Again, Totes having that abdominal injury right now. Don't know how he is going to do it here tonight, fighting against the owner of the SSU. And here's what makes it even stranger. See if you can follow this one. Jay Savage retiring from the SSU because of the injury he gave to Miguel Morales, forcing Miguel to vacate the world title belt over there. Jay Savage feeling bad because, look, he's an owner and he injures one of his talents, kind of for the hubris of it. But he still wants to wrestle, so he has signed a TCW contract. You will see Jay Savage wrestling here. However, he does have a clause in that contract that states he will represent the SSU, which makes absolute sense. It's kind of like the special owner's contract that has been extended also to another guy. So he does have that. You can see him wrestle here. He's one of the only SSU wrestlers that can technically wrestle for a TCW title belt because he does not wrestle in the SSU. So, the interesting thing, and why I've got to tell you that story, why you got to understand what happened there, is because, look at that. And Rapincia will do things, give up her own body in order to inflict pain and damage upon your body. Like, that is one of the craziest things. Hey, we'll catch you later, Eagle Star. Have a good day at work, brother. 2. Oh, I wanted to say 3. Rapincia thought we were saying 3. Yeah, fight forever. But one thing that does is, I bet you Witcher knows she's got to find a way to get up. She has got to find a way to turn this around. She has got to find a way to draw on the energy of whatever it is to get this thing turned around. Look Oh, that is another big move. And you look at the size of Repentia, and you're like, oh, yeah, fast wrestler, cruiserweight style wrestler. No, she is absolutely a power wrestler, without a shadow of a doubt. Witcher now trying to get back up to her feet. Repentia delivering feet. Oh, was delivering feet. And Witcher out of nowhere getting it turned back around. Now the thing, though, that you got to watch out with Repentia, is she going to hit you with the bloody gumdrop? Is she going to come out and get you with some bloody gumdrops? I don't think, even if you like blood gumdrops, I don't think you like bloody ones. You know what I mean? Oh, flipped her down. Is she going to go for it? Figured she'd be climbing to the top rope, and now she is. Up top, here she goes. Bloody gumdrop. Witcher sees it coming, gets out of the way, whips her back into the corner. What is Witcher doing here? Oh, and Witcher had those bad intentions right there, and we've seen her end the match on that, but going for it instead. Half of the Witch's Brew. 1, 2. And somehow, look at Witcher. Witcher's like, this is wrestling. That's like saying, oh man, that was a golf shot. You hit a golf shot right there. No crap, you're playing golf. Look at Witcher trying to show you that she can go off the top rope. 2, 3. And Witcher will retain the Universal Women's Television Championship.
Here is your winner, and still Women's, the Universal World Television Champion, the Witch, Tony Cox.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh. Witcher getting a huge win here tonight, and look, it's kind of one of those things that if you wanted to expand your legend, if you wanted the Hall of Legends in TCW to really be looking at it, like, yeah, you won 10 world titles. You could probably go out there and dominate matches, but Witcher just went beyond, above and beyond where most wrestlers would have been able to go with Repentia, because it's not easy stepping in the ring with Repentia and then taking the shots that she was taking, like absolutely crazy, taking shots like that. But get out there, take those shots, and then still finding a way to win, not even really using the Witch's Brew. We're going to have to come up with another name for that maneuver, but a move that she learned with her days with Jakai and the Wolfpack. So, absolutely crazy. Now, we already talked this match up for a couple matches. Just had it in the wrong order.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal Cruiserweight Championship.
I like the other look of Chilliwack, but I really like this look on Chili even better. So this is another one of those things you would have assumed that the men had a cruiserweight title belt forever. They did not. Started out as the WCW Cruiserweight Championship from those days, JP winning it and then going on the longest cruiserweight run, able to defend that title belt 3 times. Since then, Kempty has defended it once, twice. Figure that one out. Dragunov defended it once, 1 time. Zach Hamilton 1 time, Simba 2 times, But you can see not a lot of stability really with the title belt. There's not a lot of one and dones either, but only defending it once, one guy twice, one guy 3 times. Dragunov now the 4th two-time winner. But can he start bringing stability to the title? Or will the TWO, who is in some title matches here tonight, start trying to collect the gold belts? They're going to be trying to collect the gold in the SSU. Can they collect the gold here also in the TCW? TCW created a monster because nobody wants to see Shady no more. They want Shady, I'm chopped liver. Marshall no more. You know what I'm saying. That's why I'm not a rapper, although all that rhymed. I didn't even say that in the right order. So, can Chilliwack maybe get it? For the first time, is not won this title belt as of yet. Only gone after it a couple of times, but unable to win the title as of yet. Went after it when Kempty had it. Kempty defended the title. Went after it when Zach had it. Defended the title. Went after it when Simba had it. So 3 times now going after it with Dragunov. But we have seen Chili on another level as of late, and I think that's because he started tag teaming with Digital Dogs, but Digital Dogs on an epic hardcore run, which we will see him defend that title belt here tonight in a very special match against Boom. It'll still be 2 out of 3 falls, but it will be a special match here tonight. Don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss Matt Storm going after Blackheart. You don't want to miss Heather D going after Anita T. And you really don't want to miss Jay Savage fighting Totes 2 out of 3 falls.
Introducing,
but can he injure him? Will he injure him?
From Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 205 pounds, the unpredictable Chan E.
Love the new badging of the TWO.
From Asgard, weighing in at 198 pounds, the Universal Cruiserweight Champion, the Superstar!
That's the other thing with Dragunov, and the first time I realized they're calling him the Superstar for some reason. But the brand new look of Dragunov, I absolutely love it. Like, if you've ever watched, Dragunov has been around since season 1. Very, very big supporter of the channel. Haven't seen him around here lately, but huge supporter of the channel. Huge reason why we're here. There are some wrestlers that are still here that you guys don't see in the comments today, but they're just so big in starting us off, getting us to where we're going. Like the story of TCW and how we got here, that's probably worth its own podcast. Like, I've talked a little bit about like how the idea started, but it would be interesting if I sat down and just kind of mapped out a few things and then told you the story of how we got here. Very interesting to me, and it goes to show that we didn't get here by ourselves at all. I know people say that, but I seriously mean this. The only reason why I continue to do this and do it the way that I'm doing it now is because of you guys in the comment section, because of the people that came before you in the comment section. It turned my vision into something completely different, and it kind of goes to show in life, if you open your eyes, you'll be amazed at the things that you see. You'll be amazed at the things that are presented to you if you just have your eyes open and you're watching out for them. It's not a coincidence when certain people come into your life. You can make it a coincidence, but typically it's not. Sometimes the universe, sometimes God, sometimes whatever. Oh my God, look at that! We have seen plenty of shotgun drop kicks, but jumping from the outside over the third rope to the second, using that to springboard off of into your opponent for a shotgun kick, I don't think we've ever seen that. But anyway, but seeing that stuff, it's, if you open your eyes, it could take your life in a completely different direction. If I had the means, like if we had probably 200 members of the channel, it would be amazing the direction we would go with the content that we do. Got a lot of ideas, I just don't have the time to do it. But if I was doing it full time, it would be something different. It would definitely be something different. It would be this, but it would be a lot more. So, but I really appreciate, dude, everything that all of you guys do. Like, we wouldn't be doing this without you guys. My eyes are open, and I'm watching. Chilliwack getting a 2.5 count. I really thought, I'm like, wow, we missed calling half of this match. And Chili just became the champion, but Dragunov able to kick out in 2.5, and Chili staying on top of it. And this is what I mean. You can see, and I've been watching the entire match. Oh, this could be it right here. Oh, Dragunov gets out of the way, gets fired up, whips Chili into the corner, back elbow. Chili, though, not having it. And this is what I mean. Chili seems to be a man on a mission. Not since joining the TWO. Joining the TWO, step one. But then under the tutelage of Digital Dogs, once they really formed and then Chili's able to watch Digital Dogs every night, you can start to tell Chili's got this newfound attitude. Almost like a Digital Dogs in cruiserweight form. Which, if you didn't know originally, that was my vision for Digital Dogs, was being a cruiserweight. He made a persuasive argument, and now you see the guy he is today, the monster that he is today. He is the monster of the TCW. Matter of fact, he's the monster of the SSU. He's the monster of the LTD. But this has been an absolutely amazing match. Dragunov really fighting back. Now trying to hook the leg. 1, 2. And I think both of these guys right now have taken the other one to the limit. You know, you look at like the NFL and they're like, hey, the NFL is better when certain teams are good. I 100% believe it. I also believe wrestling is better when certain wrestlers are good. And Dragunov is one of those wrestlers. Dragunov, former world champion too, if you guys didn't know that. Dragunov, lightest world champion ever. Had him in the Dragon Sleeper. Now goes for it too. And if you would have told me Dragunov was going to go for a sleeper hold and then a pin, I would be like, yeah, he wins.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Cruiserweight Champion, the Superstar.
I would tell you he wins. And now you look at even the legend of Dragunov right now. Dragunov fighting for the TCW Survival title, going deep into that match. Deeper than I thought he was going to go, to be fair. Which makes me wonder what Miguel's trying to do. Miguel ends up losing that match in un-Miguel style, really. and then Dragunov and Chilovak come out and put on a 4-star match. A 4-star singles match. I mean, do you know how big that is? That's unbelievably big. An amazing match. I know it says amazing. That's not what I mean. But an amazing singles match is 3 stars. An average match is 2 stars. Like, they're very hard on singles matches. So when you look at that, I get it, 5 stars out of this world. But you see a lot more 5 stars in multi-man matches and tag team matches. You don't see a lot of it in singles. So to get a 4-star in a singles match, absolutely crazy. So hard to say there was a loser in that match because Chilovak absolutely came out and did his thing. GC Rock right now, our current United States champion, and Milkman, we've talked about this a lot, getting a shot at a singles run here right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
Look at the state of that. That's freaky enough. You know, we start looking at stuff, and I've said for a long time that Milkman just looks like he should be one of our world champions. He's got a couple shots, hasn't come through with it yet, but now went back, focused on the tag team division, now with SC Jumpman. And there's an interesting stat about SC Jumpman that maybe not everybody realizes right now either. SC Jumpman, yes, he just lost, came up short with that survival title belt, right? But SC Jumpman has come up twice. The last 2, this one against Kedry, last one against Morrell, where he was the final guy in that match. And SC Jumpman has never won a survival championship. So guess who's going to be in the next one? Like, you can't make it all the way there and then come up and be the second to last guy in the match and not get another shot. What is this? Black and white GC Rock. And he looks pissed off. We have not seen GC Rock like this, but GC Rock making his way down to the ring. Current United States champion, which is hilarious because we all know GC Rock is from England. Yet, here he is. He's the United States champion. Get you some of that. So GC Rock, now this is one of those title belts, you know, where we were talking about, hey, you know, everybody brings stability to the thing and blah, 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 blah. GC Rock is wrestling with a title belt that has a ton of stability. Matter of fact, we typically don't see one and dones. And let me prove it to you. Totes My Goats wins it. Season 6, Episode 1. He wins the title, defends it 11 times, which is the record. We'll let these guys get introduced, and then we'll go on about it.
Introducing the challenger. From the edge of reality, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Milkman! And his opponent, from Manchester, England, weighing in at 306 pounds, the United States champion, GC Rock!
So Totes goes on, defends it, right? What's going on, Vipiro? So glad you were here. So, goes on, defends it, and Vipiro, because we're about to talk about Vipiro too, defends it 11 times. The guy who stops him is in the comments right now. Vipiro Jr. goes ahead, stops him, wins it 4 times. And look, it's not like he wasn't wrestling good guys. Let's go down the list of some of the guys Totes beat. Paul the Thing, World Champion. Recon Delta, current Universal World Champion. CM Punk from the WWE. Jay Savage twice. GC Rock in this match. Sentinel World Champion. His own brother, Jace Wagner. McWayne, Sentinel. And then Vipiro beats him. Vipiro then goes on, defends it 4 times. Beats Totes, obviously. Sawyer. Eagle Star, Jakai, Bama Boy. There's 4 world title champions right there. Rowdy beats Vipiro. Beats Benoit, Jay Savage. Rated R2K beats Rowdy and Gruning. Kurt Hitting sneaks in with the 1 and done. Rated R2K then again comes back, says, well, I screwed that up. Beats JP twice. Jakai, Matt Storm then wins it. Matt Storm defends it 10 times. Beating all kinds of people. JP then defends it 6 times, and now GC Rock has it. Trying to defend it against Milkman right now. So, there's been plenty of stability with this United States Championship, and maybe now that I know this, maybe Vipiro gets back in the mix again. Vipiro coming off a huge world title run. Oh, Vipiro can't get involved in this because Vipiro's on the Outbreak program, and this is Meltdown. So, who knows? I mean, maybe rosters get shook up a little bit. Vipiro was only on the Outbreak brand because of the corporate syndicate, but now the corporate syndicate is no more. He is a part of the Vipers. Maybe he ends up on the Meltdown program moving forward. Who knows? Who knows what the next season is going to bring? Another thing that will be interesting, what if Eagle Star or GC Rock had their masks removed, had their helmets removed? Is it possible? Is there a reason? We don't know. Who knows what Season 8 is going to bring? But it would be interesting to see a reason why. And look, I wouldn't want to get either one of these guys on the outside. Both guys know how to wrestle on the outside of the ring. Both guys have been around a very long time. And that is what made sense when I saw management book these two to wrestle against each other. They've been around a very, very long time. Yeah, one has gone the way of the tag team division mostly. One has gone the way of the singles division mostly. But again, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be shocked if Milkman could find a way to bolster a title run. Yeah, there's some things I've been trying to figure out, maybe another thing to do. You can always do promotional posters, don't get me wrong, but I've been trying to figure out some other stuff to do, and we might be designing some more title belts. We'll have to see how it goes. I don't know. What I really want to see is what it means, what images do, because it's different in every single one. I could upload the same image, and it doesn't have the same effect from 2K20, 2K19 to 20 to 22 to 23, 24, 25. So I want to see face scans are the same way before I get too deep into it, so that I can spend my time creating them the right way. Oh, look at this. Milkman going to the top. Huge elbow drop. I'm serious. You hit me like that. I call that the heart attack. And GC Rock able to kick out in 2. Pyro, let me ask you this. How fast are you going to make your wrestler when 2K26 comes out? How long is it going to take you? And here it is, the Rockopotamus. And that could be it. It looks like Milkman is out. 1, 2. And somehow Milkman finds a way to come back, not just come back with a vengeance. Oh, and the kersplat right there. The little kerfuffle. 1, 2. And GC Rock kicks out like these two big guys going after each other with everything they have. They're pulling out the best moves they got, the most powerful moves that they could possibly put on one another. And still just finding a way to kick out. Oh, there we go. That's what I would do. 2, 3, and Milkman gets the win on a dirty pin.
Here is your winner, and new United States Champion, the
You think about this. SC Jumpman coming up short in the last 2 weeks that we have done the TCW Special Series title belt. Milkman SC Jumpman comes up short. Milkman's partner, and then Milkman comes up with a dirty pin. Now, if I know, and I do, but if I know the committee, you know what they're going to do. They're going to reschedule. They're going to let it stand. But they are going to schedule a rematch between these two, and they should. I mean, look, we just talked about it. 2 is an average match, 3.5 stars in this match. Absolutely amazing. Milkman, a maniac. Like, did you think he was going to play fair? That's what I want. Is that what you believed? You thought, oh, his name is Milkman. He likes to sneak it in the back door. While Daddy's at work, he's sneaking in the back door delivering the milk. And then you thought that guy was going to play fair. Come on now. Come on, guy. He wasn't going to play fair. So him getting the win that way, obviously we know now what that means. What is that above the stage?
Contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Universal Hardcore Championship.
Here's my wonder, though. Going all the way back to Season 2, has Milkman ever won the title belt? And the answer to that, no. So this is crazy. Milkman getting the win here tonight. His very first United States Championship match. Now, we already know Digital Dog set the bar with 6 title defenses. This is already the longest run for the Universal Hardcore Championship in the history of TCW. We know Digital actually also set the record back when he defended it for the 3rd time. That was on his 3rd title run, but defended it for the 3rd time. And look, Milkman ends up beating him for it. But now, Boom getting his shot here tonight. And don't think Boom hasn't won this title either, because he absolutely has won this title before, but he has only ever won it one time. So now, Boom getting a shot here tonight to go to what? Very interesting. Whatever Digital is walking down with, never quite seen the blackhead look on him. Don't know why we're seeing it now, to be fair, but hey, I'm not going to be the guy that questions Digital. Let me not be the one. I just feel like this is some neat new glitch that 2K has come up with, but maybe not. Maybe the leader of the TWO says this is how I'm rolling right now. I'm going to borrow some face paint from Sting and just paint my whole neck and clavicle. Collarbone black. We're just going to do that. See how that works out for us for a change. Interesting nonetheless. I wonder if that's the way he's going to wrestle, or if he's going to have some people clean that up a bit. Universal Hardcore title belt on the line right now.
Introducing the challenger. From Cherry Hill, New Jersey, weighing in at 287 pounds, Boom!
You know it, and I know it.
And
it's Boom.
From Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 407 pounds, the Universal Hardcore Champion, the Destroyer,
yeah, that's how Digital's gonna roll. Like, I don't even know what that is, to be fair, but whatever. Moving on. The leader of the TWO, 2 out of 3 falls count in a steel cage match here on Monday Night Meltdown. Not a normal match, very special match, but still, Digital will only defend this title belt in a 2 out of 3 falls count match. And Digital wasting no time getting things going. Look, you can even see a black tusk. You know the Division 2. You can even see a black tusk patch on his left thigh. And I tell you, if you've got digital dogs in your universe, but you haven't downloaded them in the last 2 weeks, do yourself a favor. Download the brand new digital dogs, because he's got a new moveset, and so far his moveset has been more than most folks can handle. I mean, look at the state of it. Like, he's going up against Boom, and Boom is like a 3-time world champion. You know what I mean? It's not like Digital's going up against, you know, nobody here. Like, he's just going up against, you know, whatevs. Just doing some, you know, whatever happens type of a deal. Boom has won the Meltdown World title 3 different times. They haven't been long title runs, but same time, he has won it. So, like, that's a hard thing to argue right there. Then, if you want to really start talking about some stuff, yeah, he's won that 3 times. And he has won the Universal World Champion one time. So he's a 4-time world champion. So Digital really wanting to prove some things here tonight, prime time. You don't know what that means, brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you for buying your ticket. And thank you for buying about 5 other people's tickets. That's big. That's a big deal. I don't want you guys to think it's not. The $2.99, like, I've got a $2.99 membership. That's huge. Even if you guys are members of the channel and you don't buy your tickets like for every show, but every month you send us, the $2.99. That is a really big deal, and that is why we can put on the shows that we put on. It is thanks to you guys, the members of this channel. And I'm really hoping to do a lot more for the members after 2K26 drops. It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. I got a lot of ideas. We're looking at buying a printer to print t-shirts right now, but that only happens through memberships. You know what I mean? Memberships and buying your tickets. So all the money goes right back into the channel. It's very cool, and I really appreciate it. But Digital Dogs really dominating a 4-time world champion in this match. And I told you before 2K25 came out, once they started the Giant Archetype, that finally, the Digital Dogs has come back to the TCW. That's right. I was like, this is going to be the year of Digital Dogs. This is really going to be the year of Digital Dogs, and we are starting to see that now. I've got a much better direction for Digital, and you're seeing it in the ring right now. And look, it's not like Digital's the biggest guy in the LTD, he's the biggest guy in the SSU, he's the biggest guy in the TCW. But it's not like, look at this. It's not like Boom's this little guy either. Boom's a pretty big boy himself. Boom used to look a lot more cut, but this is the first year he's back. He's back in the gym. He's a little bit older. And here it comes. Can he get it in? Boom! Shaka-laka, because the laka goes boom. And Digital kicks out in 1. What? How does Digital kick out in 1? Oh, and look at this. Boom picking him up. And it's not a long way to go down. Like you look at the size of Digital, or the height of Digital, you look at the height of Boom, not the size, but the height. To be able to get him up is one thing. Oh, Rut-Row SpaghettiOs. And down he goes. 1, 2. Yeah, that should prove it. 4-time world champion kicking out. From a complete body destruction choke slam. He just kicked out in 2. He's like, whatever. Hit me with it again, big guy. We're going to keep on moving on. And this is one of those things that kind of, I think, Hogan taught him was, hey, call for your choke slam, call for it often, and then they won't know when it's coming. So they won't be able to reverse it so much. Like, they get up and they're like, oh, yeah, I know it's coming. I'm going to set Digital up. But Digital doesn't always do the choke slam when he calls for it. Sometimes he doesn't call for it and he hits you with it anyway. And then look at the state of that. It's like a two-handed choke, flippity-dippity reversal. Oh, thought he was going for the trifecta, but went for the Dos Equis instead. setting up for it again, but will Digital be able to kick out of it twice? Boom! Shakalaka. Because the laka goes boom. 2, 3. And boom, I think this is the first time Digital's been pinned in a match like this. This is the first time I think Digital in a state where he could be losing the match, and now is he kind of losing the confidence a little bit? Or is he gonna get pissed off? Like, that's the thing that you hope doesn't happen if you're Boom. You don't want him coming back and just getting pissed off. Guys, while we got a chance, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. And right now, if you haven't done it, share the video. Get out there and share it all over the place. Let's get some more folks in here. 1, 2, 3, and Digital comes back to tie it up. And this is why, Digital's like, no way. No way, I'm gonna end it right now. Oh, I cannot even believe it. And Digital comes back from 1 down to win and retain the Universal Hardcore title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Hardcore Champion, the Destroyer, Dino Dog.
You want to talk about just some next level stuff. Oh, I was wrong. Shawn Sanders took him 2-1 also. But Digital just keeps setting the bar higher and higher. Higher and higher goes the bar. That is his 7th title defense in his 4th title run. So absolutely on the next level. It did look, though, briefly like he might be losing this fight. Like, we were looking at it and we're like, oh man, I don't know that he can make it. Now, we have been talking about this match all night long. There is no title belts on the line, of course, but Jay Savage, the owner of the TCW, or owner of the SSU, and Totes McGoats, the owner of the TCW, participating in a 2 out of 3 falls count match. Nobody coming down with them. No help. It's going to be, we do know Totes has an injury.
Will be contested under Bloodline rules. Making his way to the ring, representing the Infiltrators from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 262 pounds, Jay Savage.
So we know that the SSU and the TCW wrestlers can get involved, but here's the question. Who is going to get involved on what side? We know there's some wrestlers out there right now that we don't know where they stand. Where's their alliance? Where's their allegiance? We don't know. Will we be provided any insight here tonight? We know Totes is injured. Is Jay Savage
representing the War Raiders from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 258 pounds, Tonyo McGriff.
We know that Totes has that abdominal injury, and because we know it, you know that Jay Savage knows it. We know what he did to Miguel Morales. Is he trying to do the same here tonight to Totes McGoats? And look, it's not hard to goat Totes McGoats into a fight. Like, he likes to fight. Medical staff has said they would prefer that he doesn't. They still cleared him for the fight. So at the end of the day, Totes could have said, hey, let's have this fight in 2 weeks. I need to heal. But that is not what he said. And he's in the center of the ring right now. So Will TCW wrestlers and will SSU wrestlers get involved? If so, who? But if they don't, can Totes find a way to win this match? Can Totes find a way to beat the slimmed down Jay Savage? And this is how you know Jay Savage taking this seriously. You saw Jay Savage kind of having that dad bod, had it for a while, not too worried about training, and then all of a sudden training with Arthur Stevenson, slimming up, and now getting going, and look, going right to the throat. These guys want to prove more than anything that their wrestling promotion is better than the other one. They want to prove that they're the top dog, and why not? Why wouldn't they want to prove that? Following this match, we will have the Women's Meltdown World Championship. We will have the Men's Meltdown World Championship to finish off the show. But before we can get there, we got to get through this. And right to that midsection. So very obvious that he knows that there is that abdominal injury to Totes Magotes. But both guys really just trying to show up the other one right now. And again, bam, drops him right on the back. Now, we don't know because they have kept this a little bit under lock and key. Is it more to the back or is it more to the abdomen? All we know really, we're calling it an abdominal injury, but all we really know is it's a midsection injury. But it could very well be a back injury. We know Totes with the hardhead style is fine, but look at this, not even wasting time. GC Rock letting you know he is going to be fighting on the side of TCU. You know, we've asked which TCW wrestlers are really going to stand up, and I think we're going to find out here tonight. That was almost a rockopotamus. Jay Savage fighting out of it and fighting a 2-on-1 fight and doing just fine. Fighting 2-on-1 and doing the thing. Jay Savage now gets Totes up on this top rope. Little face plant right there. Savage trying to get the win. GC Rock breaking it up. And GC Rock now getting in control of this match. And Jay Savage has absolutely dominated this match since joining. And we don't see Totes get dominated all too often in the TCW. We know he's got an undefeated streak in the SSU. Now getting that megaphone and delivering a couple shots with the megaphone to Jay Savage. You didn't know? Did you see that? GC Rock whips him into the ropes. Then he ducks down and Totes finishes it off with a spinning elbow right to the face. And honestly, this is probably what Totes needed. I don't know that Totes could have turned the match around. I think this abdominal injury a lot more serious than we once thought. And you knew it was going to happen. The champion of the SSU making his way into this match right now. And you know GC Rock and Arthur Stevenson, no love lost between these two Brits. And now you're starting to see, a lot of people don't know this, but Totes Magotes, if you don't have Totes' new moveset, you might not want to download it. Same with Digital Dogs. You might not want to download it. They're on the next level. But the Lord able to get in and break it up. And look, Arthur beat Totes to get that SSU title back. And now the Lord, the SSU World Champion. Totes going for some stuff. Jay Savage, though, not having it, taking Totes on a different kind of ride. Totes now stopping that, and look, these two guys know what's going on. And Miguel Morales coming down for the SSU. We saw earlier what happened with Miguel unable to defend that title and break the record. And now Drew Hawthorne coming down. 1, 2. And Totes able to kick out in 2. Miguel getting out of the way. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with the Lord. Or I don't want nothing to do with Drew. Oh, Drew just hit his finisher on Jay Savage. And Miguel a little bit too late to get in and break it up. A little bit too late trying to break it up. Boom now coming down. Now I'm starting to wonder who is Boom fighting for. I think the TCW. We just saw Boom win the United States title belt, and he is fighting for the TCW. Throws Jay Savage out of the ring, and the Beast coming down for the SSU. So we still have no idea. It's rated R2K. What side is he on? What side is Logan Windsor on? And what side is prime time Sean Sanders on? We still don't know. I thought we might. Once I saw GC Rock come out, I thought we might start seeing one of these guys come out to reveal the side they were on, but we're not seeing that right now. We're not seeing it here tonight. Coach McGoats up 1-0 on Jay Savage. Jay Savage, though, in the SSU trying to turn it around. Coach, though, with that hard head style, getting things turned around, but at what cost? And Jay Savage kicking out in 1, doesn't even need the help. Oh, look at the state of that little sneaky pin 1. And Totes kicking out in 1. Now, we haven't seen the triple butterfly yet. And it makes you wonder, are we going to see it? The Beast. And Totes going after it. GC Rock trying to hit him with the Pebble Buster. The Beast just throwing fists. Huge clothesline. And Jay Savage is like, get out of the way, kid, it is time. And the Beast saves Totes from the triple butterfly. But can he save him again? I highly doubt it. I think it's coming right about now. Oh, peach picking season. It is peach picking season. 1, 2. And Totes able to kick out in 2. I don't know, like with the abdominal injury, how Totes is finding a way to even kick out. Huge power bomb right there. Miguel Morales in charge of what is going on. Totes not even wasting any more time. He's like, let me get this trash can. Tried to deliver it, but Instruction instead rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, and the Lord saw it coming but could not get over in time to break it up.
Here's your winner and the new head of the table, Tonyo Macrin, GC Rock.
You almost.
Drew Harrington and Boom.
You almost got to put that win on the other guys in the ring because, oh my gosh, what a crazy fight. We know where those guys stand now. TCW getting the better of the SSU here tonight. Digital Dogs, welcome to the show, brother. Huge match for you in this last match. Not this one, but the one before this one. Huge match. And still, though, we don't know anything more than we knew before this match. TCW coming out on top. And look, TCW hasn't really been coming out on top a whole lot in the matches here as of late in the TCU. Now, we've been coming out on top in the SSU.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's World Championship.
But haven't been coming out on top in our own promotions. Both promotions, not so to see us coming out on top, an absolutely good thing. Now, the women's leader of the TWO, the longest standing faction in professional wrestling, making her way down to the ring, Heather D getting her shot tonight at Anita T. Can she find a way to start winning some matches here? And that's the other thing. We're starting to see the TWO really expanding out. Will the TWO on the women's side start showing up in the SSU and start trying to take their titles? TWO, like the one thing we know, they don't care. They've got a clause in their contract saying they can compete for contracts on both sides. And all they want to do is dominate both. They don't care what your name. Look at the state of this. It's like a gladiator. The Destroyer, Anita T, coming down. The Women's Survival Champion and the Women's World Meltdown Champion. So, absolutely next level right here. If that doesn't freak you out a little bit, I don't know what will. And Heather D had a really good run back in Season 3, defending the title 2 times. So, not a stranger to the world title. Not a stranger at all. Final 2 matches of the night. Getting ready to start right now.
The challenger from Spokane, Washington, the X Factor, Heather D. And her opponent from Osaka, Japan, the Women's World Champion and the Pro Wrestling Women's Non-Stop Champion, the Destroyer, Antista T.
Anita T really kind of on another level here as of late, beating Cheyenne Davis, beating Misty Watson, both next level champions, and now getting a shot at Heather Dozier, really trying to walk through the who's who of the TWO. Anita getting out of the way, and look at the state of this. I've never seen her do that. So Anita always trying to pull some things out of the bag of tricks, but one fall, one pin, one tap out, that is all it's going to take to either defend or win this championship title belt. But right now the champion really off to a fast start against the leader of the TWO. And 2, we may have shows on other days, but for the last 2-3 weeks, Mondays and Thursdays, that is the days that you need to prepare for. Those are the days that TCW wrestling programming is going to come out. Sometimes we're going to see it on a couple different days in a week if time permits. But right now, I have got it on my schedule. Now, it may not line up Monday wrestling, right? Monday Meltdown on the Thursday, but That is what we are aiming for. And the reason for that is every other week we have a Wednesday Night War. Every month we have a monthly Rumble. We have our pay-per-view events, so they don't always stay lined up the same way that we would want them to. But it is what it is. Sundays I typically reserve. That's mine and my wife's day. We go out Sunday fun day. We do different things, whether it's take out the boat. We do some other stuff as well. But those are Sunday fun days. Both of these women, Heather trying to fight back right now. Anita trying to fight out of it. And Heather going for a pin. But Anita kicking out. Oh, I thought she was kicking out, but she's going for her own pin. Going for a pin of her own. Look out in the crowd. You can see TWO signs going up. You would think that the crowd wouldn't like the TWO, but this is where the birthplace of the TWO is, and you're starting to see it in some other places. You're starting to see it in the SSU. You're starting to see that the TWO, they don't care what promotion they wrestle for. They want to dominate the total world, which is why they are called the Total World Order. Contrary to some people's belief, it is not the Totes World Order. It is the Total World Order. And look at the state of this. Anita T already getting the 2 count, picking her. What? Oh, putting her in the destroyer. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. And Anita comes in and takes care of the business.
Here is your winner, and still Women's World Champion, the Destroyer, Antista T.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, you got a world champion that also holds another title. That's like a 5-point advantage over a typical world champion. Not easy to do. Like, you go in, that's next level stuff. We don't have a lot of world champions like that because you can see right now how dominating Anita T is. But at the end of the day, people let her win that other title. People let her win this title. I wouldn't say let. She went out and did it. Now you got to stop her. How do you stop the destroyer, Anita T? How do you do it? I don't even know. That's why I'm in the announce booth. Frankie Two Fingers, you know what I mean? Ain't even messing with it. Now, Matt Storm cashed in to try to win the Meltdown World Championship and failed. Tonight, though, gets a shot one-on-one. No cash in necessary. One-on-one. TWO against the SSU. Remember, Blackheart lost his contract to the SSU.
And is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Now, a lot of people would think, like, look, Blackheart was like down at the end of his strings. He couldn't do the blah, 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 whatever. How is Matt Storm going to beat a guy now that it's just mano-a-mano, one-on-one, doing the whatever? Well, let me say this. It is a different mentality also for the challenger. He knows he is going into this. It has already been announced. Now he's studying. Before, Matt Storm couldn't study. Just one wrestler had to study both. Now, probably studied the match he just lost, studied the other wrestler, and he's got Andrew Dubbs down here in his corner helping him out. So, can Matt Storm get it done here tonight? Blackheart was already scary before, but now losing his contract to the SSU, he has took on a new attitude like he is pissed off. Wasn't very happy that he lost that way, but the rules are the rules. So Blackheart representing the SSU, holding the Meltdown World Championship. To Beast coming down, knowing that Andrew Dubbs is down here, making sure that there's no kerfuffles going on, no shenanigans being played, that things stay on the up and up. Or maybe trying to gain an advantage for his wrestler, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know which way that's going to go. So, definitely interesting to see what happens. But, the Meltdown men's world title belt on the line. SSU taking their time right now, owning this ring. Can Matt Storm help put the TWO higher up on the mat? Pun intended.
Introducing the challenger from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 249 pounds, the Captain, Matt Storm. And his opponent from another time, weighing in at 266 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Evil Within, Black Heart.
Too funny. I've even debated on changing so that the world titles look like the brown leather titles for the Outbreak and the Meltdown brand. I've debated on that, and then maybe changing the women's, instead of to white, change them to like a gray leather color. We'll see how it goes. Like, I don't know, but I've debated that on both brands so that we know. You've got the Universal title, then you got the brand world titles. But look, at the end of the day, they're still all world championships. You know what I mean? Plus, who knows what's going to happen between the war with SSU and TCW? Will belts be created from that? I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye out and see. But now, we've talked about this, and one of the more interesting things about a match like this, when you're looking at the strategy, is this. Both of these wrestlers require distance to make their finishing move happen. So when they're up on one another, when they're like right in each other's face, you know what's not happening. There's not a finisher coming out of it. But when they start to back up, that's when you're like, oh. And both of these wrestlers know that. Both of these wrestlers have wrestled before. They've seen the tape on one another. There's plenty of tape to be seen. But can Matt Storm win his second world championship here in the TCW? He has won no world titles in the SSU, has won one world title here in the TCW. So can he become a two-time world champion here tonight? Or will Blackheart continue his reign and his domination and then possibly be forced to vacate the title? Like, that's something. We know Dragunov has defended the title 3 times. Bravo defended the title 3 times. Blackheart now a 3-time world champion. Currently has defended it twice. Can he join the ranks of the 3? You know what I mean? Can he take that next step? Join the ranks of Dragunov and Bravo. I'm telling you, man, it almost looks like with Dog's new moveset that he's got going on. It looked like he toys around with people. I don't know that I'd want to get in the ring with Digital Dogs. Like, of course, Frankie Two Fingers wouldn't want to get in the ring with Digital Dogs, but I just don't know many even former or current world champions that would want to get in the ring right now with Digital Dogs. Digital is on the next level, and it makes me happy to know that I called it. Frankie Two Finger said here in season 6 and said, next year will be the year of Digital Dogs. And even though it hasn't parlayed into a bunch of championships, it has parlayed into that one, and I'm just telling you. Oh, Matt Storm feels like he's starting to set it up. Feels like he wants to set up the perfect storm. And he is delivering some elbows and some other things. I thought the Beast might have been doing some stuff maybe to get involved right there, but instead does not do anything to get involved. And I would say, like, you look at a lot of wrestlers, and you can tell the ones that have the discipline, a lot of them with discipline would wait in the ring. The ones that are more aggressive will go after. The ones that are in between, they kind of don't know what to do sometimes. And that almost looked like what happened with Matt Storm right there. Kind of got into the in-between. And I didn't even realize this, but Blackheart's starting to bleed from underneath that headband, blood running down his face. And fighting back for all that it's worth. Matt Storm rolling out of the center of the ring, right back in, but to a guy waiting on him, Blackheart, and now we might see it. Are we going to see? Oh, I thought we were, but instead we don't. And Matt Storm turns it back around. And Matt Storm setting up for it right now. And tries to hit him with the perfect storm. Instead, 2. Blackheart gets out of the way, goes for the pin, gets a 2 count. And Rotro Skedios. But Matt Storm still fighting back. Blackheart still fighting back. And both guys really trying to give it their all. I think they both realize that one mistake from this point on. And you can see Blackheart, Matt Storm has got him cut open so bad he is bleeding all over the mat. Will the medical staff stop the match? Did Matt Storm maybe take it too far? I don't know, but Blackheart beyond pissed off. You can see the blood running down his chest. Yeah, I think with Dogs that Tote showed him the base, but then I think Hogan is the one that took him to the next level. I think that is pretty obvious, for sure. And Matt Storm still setting it up. Oh, look at that. Just not letting up. Matt Storm understanding that he cannot let up on Blackheart. And now, is he going to set up for it again? I thought he might. Oh, just going for the pin. 1. You look at the amount of blood that Blackheart has lost. It is all over the ring. It is all over the ring mat. And still able to kick out in 1. You want to talk about a tough guy. That is exactly what you're getting in Black. Wait, what is going on? Oh, we know Blackheart has this ability. And able to sneak behind Matt Storm. And my goodness, the amount of blood on the mat. You just wonder How has the medical staff not stopped this fight as of yet? How have they allowed this match to keep going? I get it, world title belt on the line. You don't want to stop a match like this, but still, at the same time. And then you got to be thinking about that if you're Blackheart. Oh, look at this. Oh, he went for the nail in the coffin. But Blackheart's Matt Storm, he has got to get back out. What a smart move. What a smart move by Blackheart. And I was going to bring this up. It looked like Blackheart, with losing that amount of blood, started to realize that maybe things weren't going to go his way. And stayed on the outside of the ring, then went, probably wanted to finish it by countout. Probably wanted to win it himself by countout. But Matt Storm catches him, power bombs him, gets back in the ring, but fails to get back out to reset the count. Ends up winning by countout and losing the title belt. So yeah, even though Blackheart loses the match, he still retains by the champion's advantage. He still retains the title belt. So not the best move on Matt Storm's part. He beats the world champion and does not walk away with the world title. So guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. One thing I did want to check out before we leave, we did have the match. Did Jay Savage manage to injure Totes My Goats further? If you think I'm making that one up, I'm about to show you. Totes My Goats absolutely injured in the game. Probably would not have won that match on his own. Was actually down 11 points in every single category due to the injury, but let's look. No, he was not injured any further. Boom did suffer a minor injury, though, so we'll check that out, too. But look, we go to the roster. We go to Superstars. You come up here, Custom Superstars. Let's look at Totes My Goats real quick. Look at the injury. So it's -5, reducing submission attributes and strength attributes. Plus, you can see on the losing streak right now. So we go in here and becomes 1. So 7 weeks, losing 6 stacks. That's 1 per, decreasing all attributes. And so you look, rated at 84. You come up here, you look. Jay Savage, now rated 87. He was actually rated 81 going into this match, though. Or 91, I mean. But now, because of that loss, ends up taking the status effects himself and now decreasing 3 for a duration of 8 weeks. So, absolutely crazy match. Thought that Totes might have ended up getting seriously hurt there. Was able to avoid it. And we will move on to the next one. But guys, from everybody here at the Totes My Goats Wrestling Network to all of you out there, I want you to remember, become leaders in your community. Do the things you want to do. These guys, people in the world are doing a very, very good job of dividing us as a community, whether you're on the right side or whether you're on the left side. Come on. At the end of the day, really, probably the enemy becomes the government. Not all the time, but right now, that starts becoming the enemy. And I'm not talking about the president. I'm not talking about the czar. I'm not talking about the prime minister. I'm not really talking about them. I'm talking about the people you elect at the local levels, the state levels. Those are the people that are the most important, that affect all this stuff. Yeah, they got the federal government. They do whatever, right? But the people at the local level do a very good job of dividing us. It's our job not to be divided as a country. We can have different opinions, but we don't need to be divided. Not like that. That's terrible, and we're being stupid. So I need you guys to go out there, be the leaders in your communities, show people the way. Let's stop the fraud, waste, and abuse. Let's stop all the craziness. Let's come together as a community, as a whole, and become better for ourselves. And it doesn't matter what country you live in. That applies to all of us all the time. But I really appreciate everything that we do here in this community. Love every single one of you guys. And we will catch all of you in the next one. Peace.